there we are. Ready to go. Thank you, Daniel. It's actually our anniversary was in mid-October, but we haven't had a chance to get together since then. We were supposed to do this last week, and I was sick, so we decided to push it back a week. Yeah, I figured we use both of them. Right. I like the red intro, though I forgot to set it to not turn off, so it kind of like bounces out there. Yeah, we're going to try and do the reviews first today. I do have my raid, which I was excited to do until I found out that our brunch was pushed forward an hour. But I do want to just kind of check in on TW and see how we're doing. As of a couple of hours ago, we were winning. It looks like we're doing all right. Okay. We got completely and totally obliterated by Captain Amazing's Guild last TW. But I did put together a little highlight reel of kicking the shit out of all of his teams just for fun, because I wanted to. And to be silly. I don't want to deal with this right now. You know what? Okay, let's do... I have the Omicrons, so let's just throw a mirror in there. I don't really actually think that this is needed at all. But just because we can, sure, why not? Hey, Limestone, fuck you. And I know Black Hammer is hiding in there somewhere. Fuck him too. If you haven't voted in the Gungies yet, please go and vote in the Gungies, the nomination round. We actually, a lot of creators have posted about them. Scribe, I know, did something. Three Scoundrels, Huts Hangout did something. The other Sean at Galactic War Report did something. At the moment, we have multiple hundreds of nominations that have happened, which is insane. I did not expect that. But it's been cool. We are excited for it. People have been asking me when it is going to be, when we are hosting it. The reason we haven't released a date yet is we're looking to do it on the GAC off week of either December or January, depending on when all voting and assets are done. And because there are so... the big screen. Oh, fuck. That's intimidating. Because there are so many people involved in the Gungies, there's also going to be a lot of logistical issues. So once the actual voting happens, I have to reach out to all of the presenters. I have to have them send me videos. So it's probably going to be the Friday of GAC off week in January, most likely. And we should know that pretty soon. Once we kind of have everything situated. But Moonborn has been sending me assets. A few other creators have been sending me assets. It's going to be a good fucking time. Ooh. I don't know if... you know what? Let's just... I don't know if this is gonna work. It's kind of inconsistent, I think, sometimes, but just because I have the time right now. And... where is he? And then we'll go into those reviews. Where is Assassin? There's Assassin. Yeah, man, there are so many, like, even out of the people who have already said yes, they'll present. There have already been more people that I've reached out to and talked to. We're doing some special stuff with some of the even smaller creators than even me. There are a few that have ghosted me, which annoys the hell out of me. And there's also been a couple that just, they can't make the commitment because of other things, and that's fine, as long as you aren't rude about it. But we've gotten tons and tons of support. We do have, I know people, when I put this on Reddit, were a little critical of this, and with Arnold. We have reached out to Arnold about something related to the Gungis. I don't know, one, if he'll respond. I talked to Toyota. Or two, if he'll have the time to do what I'm hoping. But, we'll see. We've got big plans. Oh, this battle. I love Keller and Beck, but I hate that he attacks so many fucking times. It's just so annoying when I just want to get through the battle. Now we're gonna run this on auto. I don't know why I care. We've got reviews to do. We've got Forest Moon to talk about in relation to these reviews. Man. I feel that, dude. That's kind of where Brunch started, was like a distraction for me with Conquest and everything. So I totally understand that. I actually already did my Conquest this morning because I did not think I'd have time this morning to do it. That's crazy that there was a Balin Skull in your GAC. Like, I actually just got back to K2. I'm 5-0 right now. My last 5 matches I've won. I know someone was asking about that before. And I have not seen a Balin Skull yet. Okay. I'm super, 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 super low on... Well, here's what we know, Fear. We know that in November, Forest Moon was cycled out for another assault battle. So what we believe is that there is going to be 8 out of the 9 assault battles per month, and they're going to rotate out a different one each month. We don't know anything other than something was cycled out for November. That's literally all we actually know at this point. Somebody did bring up a point that this still possibly could be a positive thing. Someone brought this up on Reddit in a thread where I got completely shit on for just trying to be rational. Basically, they were saying that normally assault battles run on Wednesdays and Sundays, and now instead of having them on a 30-day calendar, they might just be running them every Wednesday and Sunday. And if they do that, it's still a net positive amount of assault battles, even though one cycles every once in a while. We don't know. We literally won't know until, probably 3 or 4 months from now when we've figured out their pattern. IR versus Inquisitors, that depends on your roster, is definitely what I think. Every roster is different. Here's my belief as a late game player. I know that there's been some decisiveness with people around my level of the game. I am going gung-ho on getting my guys to R9 for that assault battle because I see the writing on the wall for them starting to unleash the funnel for R9, and I want to be positive ROI on that as soon as possible. It's kind of like there's this whole parable. I'm not a religious person at all. I know some of you are. Some of you go to church, I'm just paraphrasing the parable, but that something about like a guy who's stranded like on the side of a road, and he thinks that God is going to help him and save him, and then like a car drives by and asks him for help, and the guy's like, oh no, like God will save me, like you're fine. And another guy like drives by and asks for help, and he's like, oh no, God will save me, I'm fine, don't worry about me. And the guy ends up dying and asking God afterwards, hey, why didn't you come save me? And he was like, I did. I sent all these people to help you. And the relation here between religion and the game is that a lot of people, in saying, hey, if they want to make R9 more important, they need to start unleashing the floodgates on R9 material. And that's literally what they're doing. That's what they did with the QA, the Pancho brothers. That's what they're doing now with these three guys. I would rather be positive ROI as soon as I possibly can on these assault battles. So I'm going gung-ho on those. I don't know if I'll have them, all three of them, ready by next month, just because I have been burning through signal data, right? So I have no idea if I'll be able to get all three R9 by then. If you're talking about tier 3 is the little thing where you're Mando and you go through those gates, yeah, that one sucked. I did not like it. It took me a bunch of tries. It was a pain in the ass to get right. What else is going on this morning? All this stuff. Did I do this yet? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Okay, we have reviews. We got to do these, otherwise Enigma's going to be mad at me. He's always like, why didn't you do this? Oh, hey, Black Hammer, fuck you. Okay. Let's get these reviews out of the way, shall we? Let's put Discord and YouTube over here so that I can see it better. And let's throw this up on the screen. And let's pop this. Yes, so that's another great point, Fear. And this is kind of what I've been telling people. We are at a point in the game where most people in the 10, and if we think about big accounts, I'm 12.2 million, and there's accounts so much bigger than mine at like 15 million. If you think about people in like the 10 to 15 million range, which is like the late game, we have most of the stuff already in the game at 7 stars and relict. So when we were first going for Ray, and I was converting from casual to hardcore at that time, so I was very behind, it was very hard. You had to bring up all these crap characters and all these characters you didn't want to relic, and you had to like get the signal data and get them up there, and it took you like 4 weeks per character. But now we're at a point where when CG releases these characters, we go, oh, everything that was old, we're going to do right away. We already have the materials for that. That's super easy. So they have had to change how GL acquisition works by pushing it more towards newer stuff versus older stuff and making the older stuff harder to acquire. I personally don't have a problem with it. I understand it can be a big strain on somebody like Cunctator, who I don't know if he's in right now, but he's more in like the 7 million range, but he like loves Ahsoka and really wants Ahsoka. I understand it's really, really tough for someone like him. But our the signal is that this is going to be a character for people at the late game. And I know it is going to be raid required, or I 90% know that it's going to be raid required. But the other reality is that even if you look at Naboo, if you were smart about it, and I did a video on this with Belloc and with the raid server, you could get your guild up to where they needed to be without ever having to do anything with new characters. Until you got to about the 270 box, and that's kind of when you needed to start doing something with new characters versus old characters. And I think that that's what we're going to see with the new raid, is we're going to see enough stuff there where the mid-game will be able to, as long as they're willing to put the resources into old characters. And I've been saying this for months, actually. I've been saying it for months, but I think Balin Skull was the more free-to-play friendly new thing in relation to the new raid. And you either listened to me or you didn't. I don't think it's going to be LV 2.0. I think the difference between Lord Vader and Ahsoka is where the game is right now. When Lord Vader came out, there were 6 assault battles. The raid system hadn't changed over yet, so we were still on the old raid system. Rise of the Empire hadn't come out yet, so we didn't have Rise of the Empire. And, you know, it was really hard to justify getting 4 Kyrotech heavy characters for Lord Vader. Since then, we have the new raid system, which makes gearing characters a lot easier. We have Rise of the Empire, which is, you know, you have your Mandalore, you have your Zepho, which makes getting Kyrotech a lot easier, especially at the late game. Every GL since Lord Vader has had an economy event attached to it, which makes them more viable to go towards. And every GL since Lord Vader has also had a raid to go with it. So Lord Vader wasn't important, and they have made sure to make any new GL important. Nana, I'm going to be honest with you. I hate Zeta questions because I'm not Zeta poor. I just always apply the Zeta. I don't know. I always just put it on because I have them. So I do them. I honestly have no idea. All right. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. We have Enigma. Where's my time? Oh, see. Geez, I'm glad I started early because I wasted 23 minutes. We have Enigma, who is a Broncos fan. I'm not wearing my Broncos hoodie right now. I should be because the Broncos are playing Kansas City at 1 p.m. today, and the Chiefs, I think they're 8-0 or 9-0, whatever it is. But we went 1-for-1 with them last year. So we're hoping, it depends on which Bo Nix we get, whether we get shitty Russell Wilson Bo Nix or whether we get like the good, brand new, like doing smart things Bo Nix. But I support anything that Enigma wants to do because he's a Broncos fan. So Enigma, I'll be thinking about you later between like 1 and 5 p.m. While we sit clenching our butts, hoping that Taylor Swift is not in attendance because... Actually, I hope it's a good game because I have Bo Nix, I have Sutton, and I have Travis Kelce on my fantasy team for my Star Wars guild. So I hope it's a high-scoring game on both sides, but that the Broncos win. Anyway, most of you are like, fuck you, I hate football. I did too for a long time. It is time to go. Let's see what we got. Link to your .gg, I have it. Top 20 of your fleet arena. Leviathans, I see Leviathans everywhere. Maw and Koss surround me. Are you coordinating? Yes. All CT3s. What are you currently working on? GL Sogatan, are you dead set on continuing? Pretty much, unless you convince me otherwise. How highly do you value efficiency? I value efficiency over fun. My order of importance would be GAC, TW, Conquest, RTE. Are there any favorite characters you want to prioritize, even though you know it's probably not smart? You convince me about what's important. Speaking about convincing people, I don't want to ruin the movie because I just saw it yesterday and it's brand new. But Heretic with Hugh Grant just came out. And it's a religious thriller. It was very good. I really enjoyed it. But there is a 5-minute rant about Jar Jar Binks in the movie. And I literally could not stop laughing. And I'm really glad that other people in the theater could not stop laughing, because I would have felt like an asshole being the only one. It is worth seeing the movie just for that. Speaking of favorite characters, I was sitting there. My wife was confused. She's like, "Why is this so funny to you?" And I was like, "It'll take too long to understand." Anyway, I digress. Let's see what this account looks like. We have a late game account. I've seen Enigmas before, and just looking and talking about it. Yeah, I mean, you have a Enigma. I love you, man, but you have a bigger account than I do. You're 600,000 above where I am. When you do roster reviews for somebody at this level, it's go for the new thing. That's really what it is. I can look to see if there's any glaring holes in your roster, but I'm hard-pressed to see if I'll find them. What I will say, though, and this is for everybody, with the Fleet Arena, I actually had to make a whole tab for Leviathan in my tab of ships, because I find that I use 3 different compositions. Next movie tier list, man. I'll answer that in a second, Dinderman. I still use this Sith Fighter composition with Mark 6 in the opening lineup to auto if Sith Fighter is in the opening lineup. But there is this new fleet strategy coming around. I think Bit Dynasty did a video on it this morning. Kazgul brought it up to me about 5 days ago. I don't know where it originated, but basically you do the your normal Fury class, TIE Dagger, B-28 Extinction Bomber in the opening lineup against the Mirrors, and then you throw the TIE Reaper in right as your first reinforcement, and that seems to just do wonders. Once you get TIE Reaper out and it dies, I just hit auto, and it almost always works. Dinderman, movie tier list. I actually do one every single year. We're gonna pull it up. Actually, we're gonna see, because I want you to see this. I do it every year, but I post a lot on Reddit, so finding it is gonna be a pain in the ass. So my wife and I, we go to the movies every weekend, pretty much every weekend. Sometimes we go like 3 times in a week. Where is it? And I have a lot of fun doing this every week. I'm super looking forward to doing it again this year. So I post on our movies, right? We saw 55 movies this year, and then I kind of rank them based on like kind of a Joe Everyman style, right? And very, very quick, like not reviews, just like how I felt going into the movie or how the movie felt. So I'm super looking forward to doing this this year, and I usually do it towards the end of December when I have off from work for a week. Okay, well, I didn't realize you were in Fortuna, Enigma. Why? Why are you in Fortuna? Fuck Fortuna. Oh, Fortuna. Da 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 da. Bi ti ti ta. La da da de ho. Yeah, you have, like, what do you want me to tell you to go for, man? You have Balin Skull. The only thing you can literally go after is Ahsoka. When you have an account like this, what you do is you look at the bottom and you say, okay, what does the bottom look like? What are you missing? And your account kind of looks like mine. You're not missing anything. Oh, where you saw that? Yeah, I love my tier list. I'm a big fan of it. I usually do it during my off week at the end of the year, so that I could either nobody looks at it, or everybody looks at it. And then I'm like sitting there replying to people all day, calling me a everyman piece of shit who doesn't watch art house films. And I just kind of get like, who cares? I don't know what you want me to fucking tell you, dude. Let's see what you're missing. What Omicrons are you missing? My units, Kyber. No, but you don't need either of those. Those are both shit. Territory Wars. I personally like the Embo Omicron. I did not see the Substance. That is not one that I saw. I don't even think I've heard of it. Now, this one's divisive. Fire Marshal in my guild really swears by this Hera Omicron. I think it's like kind of, I don't want to say mid. All the fucking kids are saying mid. I don't know too much about it. I've heard it's actually pretty fucking good. Yeah, like, what do you want me to tell you, man? You're in Fortuna. If I ever play, like, middle casual, I probably will go to Fortuna. Fortuna is my first choice for fun guilds, if that ever ends up happening. Honestly, Enigma, what I would say at this point, I would put a soft focus on whatever, and I know Fortuna is different. They're kind of in the middle, and I don't know what planets they're doing in TB. But I would put a soft focus after Ahsoka on just kind of trying to get your special missions. You know, like your Tarful special mission. That's a great example of something you could do to help your entire guild out, help all of them out. But there's really nothing. Like, what do you want me to fucking tell you? What do we want to talk about for 5 minutes while we waste time? While we waste Enigma's time? Night Sisters. I love the fucking Night. Yeah, like the Night Sisters, man. They're fucking awesome. That Night Sisters special mission. I don't know if the Morgan Elsbeth team, the Great Mothers team, can do that special mission even with Merrin because of the no revives. Maybe they can do it because the other team can't revive too. But if they can't do it, I would get Old Daka and Mother Talzin to 7-2 just for that. Like, I think that is Pico Burrito's thing. I think if you look at his roster, his entire roster is R8. And I think he did that as of like 6 months ago. So he's probably starting on that now. I am a little jealous of this roster because you're much closer to all relics than I am. I think I have like 40 characters left at G12. And it's going kind of slowly because of just how much we have had to do lately. Enigma, I know I said I love you because you're a Broncos fan, but like, fuck you for showing me this. If you want to be like a real bro to Fortuna, I would, after Ahsoka, I'd be hoarding all of my materials to like max out the next raid to make it so much easier for them to get better raid rewards. Like, you're at a point in the game where you can do that kind of shit. There's nothing missing. Phoenix to R8 you could do for the special mission, but I don't even know if Fortuna is doing Lothal. How many stars is Fortuna doing in TB? And I give Fortuna a lot of shit for those of you watching, but they, C Squared is one of my favorite people on Discord, and I'm in the Fortuna I'm in the Fortuna Discord, and they are great. I actually met one of the guys from Fortuna, Master Blaster. He was in Manhattan one day and was like, hey, come get a beer with me. Really great guys. It's just a more like, let's have some fun kind of guild. And they do. They have a lot of fun. They do like voice chats and D&D. And if you're looking for a fun environment, they're great people. So 21, I mean, maybe you're maxing day 1. Day 2, so you're probably getting the Kashyyyk, so doing like the Wookiee special mission would be super helpful to them. But there's nothing missing for you at all. So I don't know how to help you, man. That was the easiest roster review I've ever done. Farm Jabba, again, I don't know. Start an alt and farm Jabba. Jabba. That's all I got for you, dude. Go Broncos. Oh, that's not what I want to go on to. Let's go on to this next one, because this is all I got. All right, Xsonixs. What time is it? 36. It took me 13 minutes. 13 minutes to tell him to do nothing because he already has everything? Damn, I talk too much, guys. By the way, I've been neglecting putting this on Discord just because I don't want, it's hard because I'm in charge of the Gungies, so I don't want to be like hey, go vote for me, but go vote for me. I want to win at least one Gungi. And there are a few categories that I'm doing pretty well in the nominations. So I will qualify for, I think, at least 2 categories. But represent me in cap, not just the big guys. All right, so we got Xsonixs. Let's see. Xsonixs. I think I've done a roster review for him before, right? Yes, I have. Top 20 of your fleet. Executors. Are you coordinating, talking? Yes. CT1 on most of them. No places of power, no ground war, no secrets and shadows. Okay, places of power is full out Sith. That's interesting. It's usually one of the easier ones to do. What are you currently working on? Waiting for Bo to come back? All right, that's easy because it comes back once a month. Then Poncho Bros and Zombie to R7 for the AB. Also promised Ewok Scout to R7 for the guild. I need to stop promising my guild ship because now we're on R8s and R9s and I'm constantly doing R8s and R9s for them. Are you dead set on continuing? Probably, yeah, for sure. Zombie and Poncho Brothers. How highly... Best Redditor, yeah. I probably would still lose. Vance would probably win that. How highly do you value efficiency? I actually did not think I'd qualify for any of them. I thought that other people would have so many people. When I look at the nominations and Belloc kind of like did a list of everybody in their categories, I was very surprised that some of them I'm doing very well in. So thank you for those of you that did nominate me. How highly do you value efficiency? I want this account to have big economy growth, to have resources to get fun stuff, which is trying to get all the ABs to at least CT1 with the least amount of investment possible. Are there any really fun characters you want to prioritize, even though it's probably not Spark? This is an alt account. I'm not focused on meta teams. I want this to be unique and fun, trying to avoid GLs. I know Jabba is a great mod resource, but unfortunately is a common GL, which takes off the uniqueness of the account, if you know what I mean. I don't care if farm is hard, long, Chiral, relic heavy. Okay, so listen, here's the deal. You are someone, this is your alt, you want to have fun, and it's really hard to do a review for someone that's just looking to have fun, but I think you've outlined for me exactly what you want to do, which makes it a lot easier, right? You've kind of said like, yeah, I know that this account's gonna suck, right? But I just want to like do some crazy shit, so cool. Poncho Brothers and Zombie, rest of the ABs, the CT1, Ewok Scout for the guild, things I would like to get in the future, Jedi Cal for Zepho, Maul Mandos. I have one down the road. I would really love, I've been telling people this forever, I would really love to see someone with an alt account qualify for all of the currently available GL and then unlock them all on the same day and just have an account where they go through all the ticket farming, they do it, but they just don't unlock the GL and they do them all on the same day and then just film it and blow the mind of their guild. that's the kind of thing that to me is funny, but I just don't have the time to do it myself. Like that, I would really love to see you do this. That would blow my mind. Completely blow my mind. All right, let's see what we got here. So 3 million. We are looking. Here's where I'm gonna focus because I don't know what your fun is, right? Any gaggling teams. I want your focus to be on those economy events that you don't have yet. So let's look at places of power. Okay, places of power. Go for the Sith team. You want Papa Palpatine. You want Nihilus. You want Darth Vader. You already have Bastilla Shan. I would personally say maybe, Traya, just because you already have her at 7 stars, and she's an older farm, so that you shouldn't have trouble getting her to G12. With that team, you will be able to get CT2 in places of power with no more relics, just getting them to like G11, G12. Right, so you need Palpatine, Darth Traya, and Nihilus. You'll be able to do CT2 of places of power. It takes, I apologize, I didn't throw up this. It takes a little bit of, not luck, but doing CT2 takes a little bit of going very slowly and making sure you start each round with Nihilus's Annihilate on the leader so they get the morale debuff. But it is a 3-star win 80% of the time. So that's a super easy thing you can do for places of power. Ground War Jedi. Let's see. I love that you have Keller and Beck. I don't know how useful he is in that specific thing in places of power. Same thing with like the Jedi Bros. I'm just not familiar with that. You might consider going for Revan. Just regular Revan, working on that, getting Revan to like even G12. If you get Revan to G12 with Keller and Beck, General Kenobi, Grandmaster Yoda, and Jedi Knight Anakin, you can probably finish CT2 of Ground War, but definitely CT1 pretty super easily. Secrets and Shadows. Secrets and Shadows, you already have the team for it. Just get Captain Rex to about G12. And you might have to invest a Zeta or 2 outside of him. I'm not 100% sure. You'll probably need to remod for that event, but with C-Rex, look at this glaring omission. With C-Rex at G12, you should be able to do Secrets and Shadows at CT1. Imperial Trooper. Alright, so what are you doing Forest Moon with? Droids? No. Oh, Inquisitors. You're doing it with Inquisitors. Okay. I'm surprised you can't do CT2 with Grand Inquisitor. That's interesting. Fanatical Devotion. But you will be able to do it with Reva. I think it would be really cool for you if you're... look, I think Jabba, if you're going to go the no GL at all route, I understand. I think Jabba, you can make an exception in, not for that, but like if you're not going to do that, in terms of him being common, just because there is a major economy event attached. Leia, the economy event is shit. But I'm not going to harp on you for that or add to my timer or my Jabba count because I get it. What I think would be really cool for you to do as an interesting account is to really focus on one, like you pointed out, those economy events for the assault battles, which I kind of already gave you the teams for. 2, those newer assault battles, which you're already, kind of talking about with the Poncho Bros. But then 3, also just fully investing in the special missions in ROTE for your guild, right? So you already talked about Jedi Knight Cal Kestis and wanting to get him. It looks like you want to do a Maul Mando's team, but like even just kind of going for Bo-Katan, which I think you said you were already doing, and you're just kind of waiting for Bo-Katan. Yep. So you'll have Mandalore unlocked. But then even going for like the Saw special mission, right? Or the Wookiee special mission, or the Merrin special mission. You will be a goddamn hero of your guild doing that stuff. That would be super, super fun to do, being like that person that just kind of racks all that shit up for your guild. This is kind of fast just because I can't give you like some crazy major path when your path is I want to have this fun, but I think that that's a neat idea for you to go for. Finishing up Places of Power and Zombies for the AB. I would say try to do the other ABs to CT1 first, just because they'll be faster. Well, no, do Poncho Bro. Let's see where the Poncho Bros are. Poncho Bros. Okay, so do the other CT1s first, I think, or at least Places of Power. Because you can do that while you're farming the Poncho Bros, because the Poncho Bros are both Cantina, and you won't need any Cantina energy to do your Sith. So just kind of work on those in tandem. Do the Poncho Bros while you're farming, the zombies. Work on your other ABs, so like the Revan and everything. You should probably get those done before the zombies are done. And then just start working on those special missions. You will be a goddamn hero to your guild for like and it'll kind of almost cancel out the fact that you're like, no, I don't want to do any GLs. But I still would love for you to consider eventually getting to a point where you have all of the GL stuff unlocked, and then just whatever the most current GL is, you're ready for all of them, and you just unlock them all on the same day. And if you did that in 3 years, I would love to see it, because that's the kind of silliness that I live for. That's the kind of crazy shit that I love to see. That's the kind of stuff that I do in my real life when I find on Dollar Tree that you can buy lawn flamingos for $1. So I spend $100 on 100 lawn flamingos, and then I make my girlfriend, now wife, go pick them up because I don't want them delivered to my apartment so that my neighbors can see lawn flamingo boxes and know who did it. And then I sneak them into the house at midnight and invite a friend over to drink whiskey, and then place them around our courtyard at midnight, and then run away anytime a neighbor comes and hide in bushes. That's the kind of craziness that I live for. So in game, that's kind of a similar concept to me. That's what I would do as just a stupid fun alt account, to be silly and just be weird about everything. Oh man. All right. Darth Cadius. Alexander Morningstar. He's a good friend. We chat sometimes. I haven't heard from him in a little while, but we chat every once in a while. 48-30. Ooh, assault battles. Some glaring. What is Duel of the Fates? Yeah, I gotta kind of add that to my thing, don't I? Every time I see Peridia. Murricane, I am the hero of TW, man. You know that. I am the hero of Canton. Egg, the man they call Egg. He robs from TW and he plays Rise of the Empire. I don't have anything more than that, but yeah, I actually, honestly, I remember I used to do like 10 roster reviews at once, and now I'm like, oh man, my throat hurts. We're going to try to do at least this one more, because this other one that I have after it was only a couple days ago, so I'm not too worried about it. Currently finishing off Jedi Cal Kestis and Executor, then working on Inquisitors, Guild Requirement. After that, plan Jabba, Tano C, 50-50, fun efficiency. I'm pretty dead set on my current path, save for the 3 GLs. Thank you, SnurQuest. I so appreciate that at least one person got that. You know what? I make jokes for me, Um, I make jokes for me, and I really love when people get them. Um, because I seek to make myself laugh, and when other people get them, it makes me happy. Yeah, I am actually responsible for Dollar Tree running out of lawn flamingos, because what ended up happening is I posted about it on Reddit after I did it, and in like an Ask Reddit thread about what you're planning to do for April Fools, and I posted a link to Dollar Tree, and the comment blew up. There was like 10,000 people that liked it. And by the end, everyone was like, I looked, I wanted to buy lawn flamingos, and they ran out. There was like nothing more. MIRC, man. That is a blast from the fucking past. It's like old school Discord, honestly. All right, let's see. Is this your alter? No, this is your regular account. So again, this is your main account. But when you go 50-50 fun efficiency, it's, kind of tough. 7 million. I want to just check out raid history on this. I grew up downstate. I live in Jersey now. I grew up in Rockland County. But that's not where I live anymore. Oh, man. I'll have to make a stopover to Central New York next time I go up to Saratoga to see my brother. I wanted to see Logan. Old man Logan lives in Saratoga, and I reached out to him last time I went up, and he was like, "Oh yeah, let's go get a beer at a bar or something." And when I actually went up there, he didn't message me back, and I felt bad. I was like, "Oh man." 43, not a lot of raid dominance. We don't really have to worry about like the next raid or anything. 7 million. This should still be getting you some... Oh, wait, no, you don't have Executor. You're working on Executor. Okay. Let's check this out. Finishing off Jedi Knight Cal Kestis and Executor, then working on Inquisitors as a guild. Yeah, New York hockey is serious bit. So again, like hockey being upstate where you are is big. Where I grew up in Rockland County, hockey was also huge, like a huge deal. So I know the feels of that stuff, and I played for like 8 to 10 years. Saratoga is a lovely place. I go up like 4 or 5 times a year. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, Jedi Luke. Yeah, I feel like I told you not to go for Leia, and it was a trap, and you didn't listen. This is why this is a hard roster review to do, because I know you're not going to listen to me, no matter what I say. Military Might, Seekers and Shadows, Forest Moon, Places of Power. I know that in November, Forest Moon is not getting any love. That doesn't mean it's not going to get any love. I think I'm going to cycle them out, and I do think you would be remiss not to at least try to get CT1, which you can do with Veers, Stark. I would get up Range Trooper, Piet, and honestly, you probably could do it with Scout Trooper. Even just bringing those guys that I said, the G12, and remodding for it just to get those extra Chirotech. And again, in November, it's being replaced, but I think it's going to be on a cycle, and just having that, it is an important CT1 to have. Saratoga is a beautiful place. It really, really is a beautiful place. I love going up to see my nieces. Forest Moon is the Endor one that is Empire droids. You're thinking of Endor Escalation, which is the Leia economy event. Okay, so Jedi Knight, Cal Kestis, Executor, and Inquisitors are hard. You have to do for Guild. I would 100% be going after Jabba after that. I've made that mistake too, Fear. Honestly, I've done that before. I would, without a doubt, be going after Jabba after that. Now, whether or not to go to Ahsoka Tano after that, I'm going to tell you, Ahsoka Tano is being geared up as a really hard character to get for someone at your level that does not have all of the events behind them. That is going to be a huge fucking chore for you. I personally would not be going for Tano. It's going to be such a... and I know you're not going to listen to me. That's the problem. You're one of those people that I put a lot of time into, and then a month later you message me on Discord and say, remember the things that I told you? I'm not actually doing them. But I would 100% be going after Jabba after that point. And now I'm going to make a speculation here. Profundity is in a shit place right now. I fully expect there to be a Profundity marquee or conquest character, either the next conquest or the conquest after that, to put Executor and Profundity back on par with each other, because that was the original intention, is that they counter each other, and I fully expect that to happen. So even though Profundity is in a bad place right now, don't sleep on it. The good news is I don't have to be speculative here, because you have to do Jedi Knight Cal Kestis first. You have to finish that, right? Which you... maybe a week or two. I love that you have all three Omicrons on him. You have to finish... Executor. Okay, so you... let's see how long you have for Executor. Okay, so that's going to take you maybe about a month. You have to finish the Inquisitors. Where the fuck is Grand Inquisitor? That's going to take you a decent amount of time. And then you have to do Jabba, which you won't listen to me and do. But by the time you do all of those things, we'll know their intention about Profundity. I'm just saying, don't sleep on it. Fuck you, Blackhammer. I literally just called it that we're getting a lifter. Don't act like this is your fucking show, god damn it. Just because you're the only fucking guest that I've ever had on a brunch, I know that you feel special about that. And you should, because I don't invite just any rando onto brunch to have a drink with me. But don't act like you're the special one. I said there's going to be a lifter. Thank you, Snorquest, for just agreeing with me. And not acting like it was your idea all along, like you're fucking Agatha or something. So what I'm basically saying is stay on your path. Stay on your path, but really don't go down the Ahsoka path. I don't think it is a smart path. I would not sleep on Forest Moon. I would try to get at least a G12 team for it. You have Rey. I say this to everyone that has Rey. Zori Bliss is another thing you should not sleep on. Zori Bliss is amazing. It makes that C squad of you have not heard me make bad dad jokes then. It makes that C squad of requirement characters into a very formidable B+, A- squad. So I would definitely, hands down, not at all be sleeping on that. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, just Ahsoka's a trap. That's really all I can tell you is Ahsoka is a trap. I want to check one more thing. I say this to a lot of people, and I want to see if I have to say it to you too. Yeah, I think I do. Where's the other one? Where is Padawan Obi-Wan? Do you not even have Padawan Obi-Wan unlocked? Oh, there he is. I would highly recommend getting Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon to 5 stars. They are both Cantina farms. I think it is really smart for people, especially at your level, to try and reduce the amount of Katina farms they have to do. And by getting them to 5 stars, you'll be able to do tier 1 and tier 2 and get more free shards each month, reducing the number of Cantina energy you have to put towards shards of anything. You know what, Daniel? When I'm in school and kids say that's such a dad joke or that's a joke that my dad would say, I am going to use that now because that is incredibly funny. Black Camera, let me know, man, when you're coming here. You're going to Manhattan, let me know. Tell me when you're going. Anytime people say they're going to be like in Manhattan, if I can make it into Manhattan, which is expensive, I got to take a bus. It's like a $12 bus ride in, $12 bus ride out. I go because it's fun. I know a great little bar, Beer Culture on, I think it's 49th Street. It's on the same street as Moulin Rouge. It's my favorite little dive bar. We know the bartenders there. We know a lot of the patrons there that just go in there. It's my favorite place. I'm a huge fan. I love any excuse to go there. In fact, when I met Master Blaster there, hey Scribe, how's it going, man? I actually, hold that thought for a second. When I met Master Blaster there, my wife even came, and she hates meeting people, but she loves Beer Culture that much. Scribe, I meant to message you yesterday. Thank you for highlighting the Gungies. We are at, we have multiple hundreds of nomination ballots in right now. And we're super fucking pumped. This is going to be a crazy event. So I appreciate the support there and the help that you're putting towards it. Dinderman, it's called Beer Culture. I don't know the exact street. I'm pretty sure it's 49th and 10th. But if you look up Moulin Rouge, the Broadway show, it's right there. It's right next door to it. And it's my favorite bar. They only serve beer and whiskey. I love going in there, and then people go in and they go to I think they have tequila now, but they go in and they go, oh, can I get like a White Claw? And the bartender will stare at you. And they'll go, oh, never mind, just give me a bottle of wine. And they'll look at you, be like, we don't do that here, get out. My favorite place. Anytime we go into the city, we go to Beer Culture. If anyone wants to sponsor me, Beer Culture needs to sponsor me because I tell everybody to go there. Who went there recently? Smalls he was there with a bunch of his friends. I send people there all the time. I fucking love that place. All right, so I've got about an hour or so until my wife texts me and says we got to go to this stupid brunch. Not stupid. I like my in-laws. I got lucky with my in-laws. We are going to hold off on this last review for next week because my throat is killing me. And it's more recent anyway, so it's something that I can do another time. We are going to take the Jabba farms down. We are going to see if we can get some of these raid runs done so that I don't have to do them later. Oh, man. All right. Let's see. We're going to throw this back over here. Oh, actually, let's see how TW is doing first. I think hopefully we're still winning. 104. Oh, yeah. Oh, Hurricane, look at this. We can be the hero of TB, or of TW. Let's just throw in some random-ass Jedi. TW hero, here we go. Let's just throw in some random fucking Jedi. We're gonna make Fire Marshal proud. Make sure after TW is done to tag Fire Marshal and be like, man, Egg was so great. He did awesome. It makes me look good in front of him. This is the part of the show where we can talk about anything. Alright, let's get some more Jedi. Let's just throw some more randos in there. You can go in there. It's a ship Phoenix squad, right? Okay, let's just do that. I love my Poncho Bros. And I love that assault battle too. I'm telling you, don't sleep on it. You can use them in a Beck squad or a Qui-Gon Jinn squad. I find they don't really do super well with like JMK. I wonder if Fire Marshal... No, Fire Marshal would message. He would talk. We do a Bad Batch here, right? This is old school. Is this old school? Yeah, it's B1. Are you talking about TW or are you talking about the raid? I actually, Saturday mornings when I have my other instructor there, if there's like something going on, I hide in my office. And then one of my instructors will knock on my door and I have to quickly hide my phone so they think I'm actually working and not playing video games. I've said this before. One of my teenagers, their dad plays this game, and I just am waiting for the day that he goes on to like YouTube and sees my face and he's like, wait a second, I recognize that guy. Oof. Gonna be the hero of TW. Is there any big team? There's really nothing big here. Let's do SLKR here. We're just gonna make myself look good, so my guild thinks that I'm useful. The raid really depends. Sometimes, like there was one time, I think 2 weeks ago, where even getting over 1 million with my mall squad took like 2 hours. And it was really pissing me off. Like just really pissing me off so much. Nice! Fuck you, Bones! I apologize for missing that before, but go fuck yourself, Bones. I don't get to see those things when I use my multi-stream chat. I just happen to look over at Twitch, and Bones can go fuck himself. So fuck you, Bones. Fuck yourself in the butt. Scribe, you mean in terms of meeting up with people? Yeah, I mean, being in New York, it's super easy. I love when people say they're going to be in New York because I don't know. I tend to be introverted, but I love meeting people. I have so much fun meeting people. And that's what Tales Off the Holotables really is all about, right? Like it's me just having a chance to talk to people. And I really love doing it, and that's kind of like why I like that bar beer culture, because they do have that environment where you can sit at like a communal table, and sometimes you'll just kind of like chat with people. It's kind of like what's that old bar in New York, McSorley's, which just has the big communal tables, and you order beers in like the 8-ounce glasses, but you order them by like the dozen instead of like one beer at a time. You'll say, let me get like 20 dark or 20 light, and they come out with them all like this. I fucking love that bar too. I think it's the Lower East Side. But I'll tell you what, Scribe man, my wife, she has a friend in England, part of her audio porn community, Quinn, who she's really good friends with, and she really wants to go. So if we go, I am going to be bugging you. And I say, man, just hit me up. Like, let's go to a pub. And I'm not going to accept no for an answer. So if that happens, you're going to get a message from me. And be like, dude, I'm going to be in town this weekend. But I'm also a poor-ass educator, so it's not like I make the money that I can go travel all the time. Let's see. Okay, we don't have anything here. Yeah, let's use Lord Vader, just because fuck it, why not, right? We're just trying to... I probably don't need Maul here, so I'm not gonna use Maul. Because there's no TW Omicron. Yeah, just don't be like that piece of shit Fat Phil, who I say lovingly. Him and I are very good friends. But my wife asked me if I wanted to go to the Ren Fair in Pennsylvania, and with her friends, and I asked him if he wanted to meet me there because he lives 10 minutes from there, and he was like, oh yeah, I'll go. So I said, yeah, sure, I'll go to this Ren Fair. And then he forgot to buy a ticket and it sold out. And I had to deal with a bunch of audio porn addicts for 8 hours without having any backup. I will never let him live that down. We'll do a GoFundMe for my trip to England, just for Scrab. Even fucking Wolf. Wolf still hasn't met me for a whiskey, and he lives like 10 fucking minutes from me. Piece of shit. Fucking asshole. Then he comes on here and argues with me, and then I go, wait a second. You and I are both arguing the same exact point. It's important for people to realize that I only curse out people that I enjoy. And when you don't realize that, you think I'm being an asshole. Am I the hero of TW yet? I'm almost the hero of TW. Can I be the hero? I'm probably not going to be able to do that Omicron squad. Dude, I love it, man. I am all, like, me and my friends, I will tell you right now, like, in real life, if my buddy calls me up, the first thing I'll say, like, I'll pick up the phone and it'll be like, hey, what do you want, fucknuts? But then at the end of my phone call, I'll be like, hey, man, I love you. And I will make them say I love you back. My love language is telling people to go fuck themselves. That's what it is. And some people get that and some people not. Don't. Can we just throw other Jedi in here? I don't know if this is gonna work. We'll put it like an Omicron. We'll put something on here just in case. I know Jedi Knight Cal does not work really well if you put it on auto, but we might not even get to the rage. Because we want to be the hero of TEW. Oh, fuck you, Canderous. Piece of shit. They must have knew they were going to lose it. We had the advantage in this TW, but not by a lot. Like, it wasn't a huge advantage. Just need a Jedi. Oh, man. No Omicron here. Okay. I don't know. What? Let's do... How much Galactic Republic do I have left? No, that probably can't do it. Afra? Let's throw Afra at it. Sure, let's see what happens. 4-man Afra. By the way, Blackhammer, if you're still... Am I sitting in number 1 tax? Nice. I love pissing off my TW officers. Blackhammer, I don't know if you want to take a drive to Connecticut. I might be doing that next weekend. My wife is going to see her friend. She's like, maybe I'll go, I'll let you know. And I was like, I really wish you would let me know now, because... then I could actually plan shit. Do we think that... no, probably can't. Is there anything else easy? Yeah, this. Let's just do this. Hurricane, after we win, I'm going to need you to tag Fire Marshal and be like, oh my god, Egg is so great. Just to see what he says. Look at all those attacks in a row. We cannot let another person get in front of me for TW attacks. He's going to see it, and then he's going to come on to Brunch, and he's going to be like, you're a piece of shit. But I did my attacks last night. I took out a JMK. I took out a Reva. I took out one of the Omicron teams. I did my shit. I did my time. What else? What can we throw in there? What do I have left that'll work? I think a Treya team can do this. If he makes me set the defense plan, he's going to be sorely disappointed. Especially because he has no idea how much work goes into those TW or TB plans. And tomorrow we're starting the new TB plan. Going to Vandor instead of Malachor. Actually. No, I do Phoenix with Sith Trooper, Sith Empire Trooper. And with the new Datacrons, with the like 2% damage thing, I can get through Reva a lot faster than you used to, because it used to go like down to the wire. And like the armor dispel or the armor protection, whatever thing, I can usually get through pretty well. What is left? I wonder if Mon Mothma can do this. Fuck it, let's find out. Not you, you. We'll do Pow. Where's Luthen? Luthen. Kyle. Not Soldier. Where's Scout? Oh, I used Scout already. Whew, did you see how fast he got 9 stacks? Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know how much of the raid we're gonna get through. If I have to keep being the fucking hero here. Can Rogue One take this on? Probably, right? With the K2SO? Do I have anything left for Bad Batch? I wonder how an UFO... My UFOs don't really have good mods, but... especially my Fulcrum. Oh god, my Fulcrum has shit mods, but... I mean, it's Bad Batch. Let's just see what happens. I got a really nice arrow for Fulcrum, though, last night. A health arrow with 8.5% offense and 26 speed secondary. It was a beautiful fucking arrow. Ooh, I thought that would do it. Okay, guess not. You know, on manual, they might have been able to do this, but I don't know if it's going to work on auto. Are you fucking serious? Oh my god. If we get through Wrecker, that'd be great. They just cannot fucking kill Wrecker. Goddamn. Like, isn't that based on turns? Shouldn't he be fucking dead by now? Thank God. Alright, well that sucks. Okay, well, I think being the hero, I have done the most that I can do as the hero. Let's see if I can clean that team up, though. What do I got left to clean that up with? Not much. Not much. Night Sisters. Imperial Remnant. I wonder if Imperial Remnant can do this. And then we will try to get at least 1 or 2 raid runs in so that I have less to do later. Okay, all right. We did TW. TW is done. We are the hero of TW. Look at that. Banish from attacks. I don't know how many people are going to do as well as I did there. Let's see if we can get at least 1 raid run in before I have to go. What time is it? 1:26:30. Get those Gungans in there. Which every once in a while I do have to restart, and it's annoying. Ah, nice! Congrats. Bo-Katan is awesome, man. I mean, she's... At first I kind of slept on her because of the Gungans. I was going for her, and then I stopped going for her because of Gungans, and then I got her afterwards, and she's great. She really is. She makes that Lord Vader counter just so easy. And that has really helped me in GAC as a turtle who doesn't ever really try. It always surprises my GAC opponents when, like, I have no GLs, but I can get through, like, 4 of them. Okay, sure, I can't get past your JMK, but you also can't get past my JMK. It's always nice, man. If not for all of the new stuff right now, I'd be doing definitely a lot more of the SMs. I would love to do the Saw SM now that I have Luthen, and you guys forced me to do Luthen. I just don't have the resources. Who wants to send me $200 to buy the $200 crystal pack that is coming out in 2 weeks? Which is a great value if you want to spend $200 on the game. I don't personally want to do that. But if you're already buying vaults, you might as well save money and do it that way. Speaking of which, the Trove Pack is dog shit. Do not fall for the 14,000 Crystal Trove Pack, because it is complete dog shit. It is, you're actually paying more for the characters. It's almost like, I said this on Reddit, it's almost like when Cards Against Humanity ran the spend more money on our item, on our game sale as a joke, and people bought it. It is a piece of shit pack. It is, and it's going to get people. Some people are just going to look at it and say, oh, I have a chance at somebody new. Do not do it. Do not do it. Do not do it. Do not do it. Yeah, Scribe, I would love... I mean, listen, I've got 38,000 crystals, which, you're at the same level of the game I am. 38,000 crystals looks like a lot. It really isn't. Especially when you know that they're going to release something else right after Ahsoka that's going to make you wish that you didn't spend crystals on Ahsoka. DRX, I'm going to tell you that my secret to modding all characters is just Googling charactername.gg mods. That's how I do it. I try to keep my horde between 35 and 40,000. Oh, actually, I can keep this on auto now that I use that already. And I spend about 600 or so a day on refreshes. I do not fall into the trap of a capital ship on day one. I don't do it. I talk to my fleet shard, and it almost always without fail. What I will do is I will get my capital ship to R5 on day one, or to 5-star on day one, and it usually takes me about 4 months to get it to 7 stars, and you save 5,000 crystals. But I monitor my fleet shard each month to see what they're doing. And it's almost never that I need it at 7 stars day one. That's and new marquees. I almost never. I buy the 5-pack now every time. I will probably buy a 12-pack of Huyang or General Syndulla, whoever's coming out next. But I almost never marquee farm. And you know what? I just realized as I'm saying this, people are saying, oh, there's a possibility that there's 2 new marquees coming, not 1 new marquee. I think we'll know for sure when the next marquee comes, if they release the requirements for it or not. If they release the requirement set right away, that's your signal that there's only 1. If they do not release the requirement set right away, that's your signal that there are 2. And I'm sticking by that. But I don't need Ahsoka day 1. If I have to wait a month or 2, I'm fine with that. I have to play smart like the poor people. Because I am one of the poor. Now we gotta watch this stupid cinematic that I've seen 4,000 times. Black Hammer, you're 26 and spend so much money on this game. Shut up. My fucking mortgage just went up $500 a month because of property taxes being piece of shit. Okay. We got 1 team out of the way that I now don't have to do later. It's only about 9. I should be able to get the Quadmate team out of the way, which is the other team that I don't generally need to remod. Hey, Vash. Man, I wish I could buy that Conquest Pass just to make my life fucking easier. Like, my life would be so much easier if I could buy that and just not have to, and like make getting red crate just quicker. I fucked up. I should have used that move first. That might cost me. Hopefully it doesn't. Yep. There we go. Good. Beautiful. Okay, I think we got this. It's usually like that first two waves that really make or break this. I hate Conquest, man. My sympathies for you having to deal with it. I was thinking about this actually yesterday, how I don't actually hate GAC. It's just like the thing that it's the thing that I like the least, or it's the thing that I value the least. And if Conquest didn't exist, I would play full on. Dinderman, the order of the ship ability depends on what's going on. You want to use the middle ship ability the first time that after they have charged. The thing, and then I generally like using the third ship ability on the first time that they don't have charged, because it's a buff. And if you end up making it and having to do an enrage wave, the not buff, see, like, he's got this, the not buff is still applicable with the mass attack or whatever, or the massive damage, whereas the buff won't apply because the character has buff immunity. And, I've said this before, I talk about this a lot. I want to do a video on it just because I think it's important. I talk about, like, the 60 to 75% principle with the game. I play the game at about 60%. I don't play it at 100%. So even if I get to the second to last wave on this, I am happy. It doesn't matter to me. Hurricane, I agree with you. This is a team that I don't remod. I have it pretty dialed in. I know it's actually even easier at the R9 tier, but I just can't bring myself to R9 Quad May, especially with so much going on, and it won't actually do that much for me. Because I already pretty regularly get the 8.5 box, and I'll never hit ROI on it. have to. You know, I remod the 3 teams because it helps my guild, and I generally do have the time to do 5 runs, you know, whether it's at like my lunch at work or whatever else. I know I should have saved that AoE, but really because Enrage doesn't happen technically until after the round, it's just important to make it to the last round, and once you make it to the last round, you're pretty set, and then can honestly throw it on auto if you really need to. Right? Because even if I hit 100% at this point, it doesn't matter. Okay, now, I do need to, I think I might be able to do my mall runs. I'm going to do hot utils on my phone so that I don't have to, like, get out of things. We're going to run hot utils, do our remod. I fucking love hot utils. He shares all of the stats to characters, I think, in the specific factions. It'll say in his kit. It's been so long since I've read his kit. I honestly barely read kits anymore. I just kind of figure it out as I go. You would have to look at his unique. But I think he only shares it to Rebels, Galactic Republic, and Resistance. Okay, where's my raid loadout? Load. Update base loadout. I confirm. Add missing characters. We're going to update our base loadout to make sure that we have that. We are going to load our raid loadout. Let's see if we get lucky on this mall team. Come on, hot util. There we go. Well, now you have me curious. Let's go look at R2's kit. I have to wait, right? This is going to be like, oh. There we go. I don't know if it's unclear. I'm going to look just because of the... I like to prove people wrong when it comes to clarity. Let's just go to resistance because there's less of them. Number crunch. So at the start of battle, R2 gains 10% max protection for each droid, 10% offense for each Galactic Republic, 10% max health for each rebel, and 10% potency for each resistance. At the start of the battle, and when R2-D2 revives, other droid, Galactic Republic, rebel, and resistance allies gain 10% of R2's max protection, offense, max health, and potency. That doesn't... I mean, they're two separate paragraphs. So this, he gains 10% per each one. This, he gives to all, right? They're two separate things. When is Ahsoka a trap? I mean, it's hard to answer. Ahsoka's a trap when you shouldn't always be going for the strongest new thing. But I also think that a lot of ROI is achieved once a character has Jabba and CT1s of all of the assault battles. It's kind of based on feeling, if I'm completely honest. Wonderful. That probably means I should reset this. Super annoying. Okay, maybe I can recover from this. Again, my goal is really just to get to the second to the last wave. I don't really care about maxing this team. Nope. Okay. This is not going to work. I'm at 40% already. Oh, fuck. I hate autofill. I wish you could turn off autofill. There we go. You know, the thing is, when I do a review, I'm doing a review based on what I would do, and I do tend to think, hey, you know, I'm a fairly economical player in this game. But the reality is, everyone's got to make their own choice for their account. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. So when I make a review, I'm telling you, hey, this is what I would do. Oh, I can hear my wife stirring upstairs. Probably getting to the point where we're getting ready to leave. Yeah, she helps you win more gax until she doesn't, and then you just start losing more gax, like, consistently. So it becomes like, you know, like I said, it's that 50% principle, and understanding that 50% principle. Super fun. You know what? I might be able to salvage this down to where I want it. Depending. We shall see. We are 885 though. Okay. What sucks is I do not have retribution. That'd be super helpful right now. Oh, I got one of them. I think I'm gonna hit Enrage too early, which is really fucking annoying. Yep. This is like the best part of this raid, right? Where you just like sit there and hit a Droidica who's at a hunt, who like can just do that constantly. Super, super fun. We love it. There we go. Okay, yeah, this goes down and we're probably gonna have to reset the run. Let me remember which one I use. Okay. Discard and retry. I fucking hate this run. I hate the mall run. The other ones are fine. I don't. Everything else is relatively consistent. Good. So fucking glad. Oh my God. Baroness, I've had to do something similar before in the heat, though more of a first world problem. There was an island in Florida. My older brother has a house on Little Gasparilla Island, and there's two sections of the island. I think I've told this story before. There's a section of the island that is for the poor rich people, and there's no businesses on that side of the island. And then there's the rich side of the island that has businesses and cars and everything. And my brother told me about this bar on the rich side of the island. So me and my younger brother went to go find it. And it was probably like 105 degrees out. And we were told it was about a mile away. And after walking, I'd say about 4 miles, we couldn't find it and gave up, and we ended up walking like 8 miles that day in the 104, 105 degree weather. to try and find a bar that I don't even know if it exists. Well, no, it did exist because we went the next day. Somebody told us where it was, and we figured it out. So I've had the opposite experience of you. Okay, great. We have charged. Wonderful. Let's do this one. Because why not? All I gotta do is get to the second to last wave. That's it. I don't care past there. They're gonna both do that, which sucks. Oh, nice. I did not expect that to happen. Alright, I'm happy now, because we can maybe finish this. Oh, maybe not. We're cutting it close. Maybe. Okay. How has your apartment hunting been going? Alright. Don't actually care. I got my 1.56. I'm happy with that. Even got an extra kill out of it. Those people can go fuck themselves. I know it's tough, but that's what they can do. They can go fuck themselves. Okay. I unfortunately do have to go though. It's 9:20. Is anybody on? Let's see. Is anybody? I think Womprat is on. We can rate him. Oh, he is. If anyone, by the way, before I send you over to Womprat, if anyone is interested, I have a year-long Duolingo family subscription, and I have 2 slots on it that I am trying to split costs with people just to make everybody's life easier. But I'm going to send you over to Lost Womprat because I have to go to that brunch now, I guess. So let's send you over there. Thank you for joining me for this quicker brunch. Go Broncos! Who really just literally better win later today.